a runaway train as a House panel was holding a hearing this morning to hammer the free-spending, freewheeling GSA for its costly conferences. I know you remember this picture. The GSA was holding yet another conference at the exact same time. I know, it's impossible to believe, right? I didn't believe it this morning when I saw it. The conference is going on today in a sprawling Opryland Convention Center in Nashville, Tennessee. I have to say, the GSA has gone completely over the edge, hog wild. With me now, straight from leading the hearing, is Congressman John Mica. Congressman, I mean, this is impossible to believe. It was so shocking when I heard this today. Did you know about this, and were you also shocked?
Well, it's like the wasteful nightmare that doesn't end, and we've just received information in the past few days of as many as 77 conferences that our investigators and the Inspector General's investigators from GSA are now looking at, all of which have the potential for, again, huge amounts of waste and malappropriation of taxpayer funds.
They said they had to have this one today because it was held to improve the management of government charge cards. I mean, the irony there is really thick. I mean, how does this keep happening? Why aren't all of these people fired and this agency shut down?
Well, it's hard to uncover. You know, they stonewalled us. I've been the chairman for a year and a half, and from the first hearing when we found that their administrative costs had soared some 300%, we've been after them. The Inspector General managed to get some information on the Las Vegas conference. Now we've seen Virginia. Now we say 77 other conferences that we're looking at. And then today, right in your face, another conference. And then a lot of the first tier we had removed, fired, or they had to resign. The second tier wouldn't show up today. And they sent in someone who's only been on the job and couldn't answer questions, been there just a matter of months. So it's a stonewall.
The acting administrator, to your point, Daniel Tangerlini, who's the guy who replaced the guy in the bathtub, he didn't even show up today because he's on vacation? Is that right?
Well, that's right. And I have postponed this hearing 3 times now, and I wasn't going to postpone it again. We'll bring Tangerlini in, but the problem you've got is this second tier now of folks. There's some deputies involved. There's other administrators who are now involved in the second level of conferences that is under investigation. So the scandal just has mushroomed.
It keeps growing.
The bonus issue is mind-boggling.
I read about other issues like here in New York, saying that they have signed a lease to lease the 50th through the 56th floor of the Freedom Towers here in New York. This is brand new, very expensive office space. They're with Condé Nast magazine. I mean, why do these people still have the ability to spend money? Why don't you shut off their funding?
Well, the law says any lease over $2.7 million comes back to Congress, and they signed a $350 million lease and just thumbed their nose at us. The bonus information is astounding. Again, they have 1% of the employees, and we uncovered $10 million. The media helped uncover another $30 million in bonuses. That means that their 1% of federal employees got 10% of all the bonuses in the federal government.
It's amazing.
When they weren't supposed to get any.
Congressman Mica, we are so upset and outraged and offended as taxpayers about this story. I hope you can clean it up for us.
Well, we're gonna continue till we get to the bottom of it and hold people accountable.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Unbelievable, right? I mean, I can't take that story. The Chevy Volt tearing in.